people, welcome back to Roman Acres. I'm Kirsten. Today I've got a lot of canning projects to do. Went to clean out the freezer, and so that's what we're going to do today. We are going to be doing some pumpkin, some strawberry jam. I've got about 50 pounds of tomatoes I need to get preserved up. And I think we got a couple other projects in the works as well. So come along and hopefully we can get it all done today. Alright, so we are going to start. I've got a pot on the stove here. We're going to start with the easiest thing first, and I think that's going to be the strawberry jam. So I'm going to get that going. I've got meat over on the counter thawing. You will hear my bread machine in the background. I've got bread going. So we're going to start. I hate that I do that. I got my coffee. I had a cupcake for breakfast, and I'm ready to get this day started. I got my canner stuff set up outside. One of these days I will stop saying I got my canner set up outside. I'm going to get started on the strawberry jam, and then we'll move on to whatever's ready for me next. Now remember, I said I was doing a freezer clean out, so I'm working with frozen strawberries. Normally I probably would like to do this with fresh strawberries, but we're just getting the freezer cleaned out and making do with what we have. I am going to put a little bit of water in the bottom of this pot so it doesn't scorch the strawberries. Alright, this is where we're at with our strawberries. We've got our lemon juice added and our pectin, so we're just waiting for this to come up to a boil. And then we'll add our sugar, jar it up, and get it into the canner. be right back for the next project. Okay, so we got our strawberry jam all finished. That was the quickest, easiest preservation we're going to be doing today. I'm going to have Brooklyn get started on the meat that I want to have pressure canned, and then I'm going to get started on the tomatoes. Alright, so we got Brooklyn cutting up the meat, and I'm going to get out some jars for her. I'm taking all the frozen tomatoes that I had in the sink, and I'm word to the wise, whatever you call it. If you're gonna freeze tomatoes to process later, make sure you core them
Before you freeze them.
Yeah, before you freeze them. I'm working on spaghetti sauce. We're getting that started. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get the pressure canner prepped for Brooklyn. Brooklyn, I want to show you whenever you pull the canner out, if you're going to do heavy canning, you always inspect the canner first. You need to make sure you can see through that vent. Plug it's not, then oil. Okay, but you really need to make sure you check that, okay?
I didn't know about the vent, but I know the toilet.
She got all the meat cut, and I got it seasoned just with some salt and pepper, put a little bit of olive oil in there. We're going to stick it in the oven until it's just browned.
I still can't believe you got that stuck in there, Mom.
And then while that is cooking, I'm going to have her get some broth going on the stove, and then I'm going to finish working on the tomatoes over there. Good job.
Mom lost the bread piece in the bread.
Yeah, I sure sealed it right in there. Okay, so what I want you to do for fun after you're done with that, get on my phone and go to the NCHFP tab I have open for this, and I want you to follow those instructions. Okay? Very careful. got all of the tomatoes. Throw out all the tomatoes. Oh goodness. In the pot. But Brooklyn's using the stovetop at the moment. So while she's finishing up on the stovetop, I'm gonna finish prepping the rest of my ingredients for the sauce. Where's the 1 cup measure? Oh. Bowl to put everything in. Let me see if I can. You just set it on the counter. Did you measure? Yes.
A little too much.
How much is to show me?
It's to
No, show me in the. Okay, you need to take just a tap it out. So let me get you a spoon. Headspace is very important. And I would just, yeah, there you go. That's probably good. And then stick it in that jar. Alright, now measure. If it's just resting on top, okay, that's fine. Now go ahead and wipe your rim. Good.
Is this the lid?
Yep,
Yeah, they got stuff.
it's okay. Fingertip tight. Alright, now I'm going to start. I've got Brooklyn set up outside with the pressure canner. So I am going to start getting the rest of the ingredients ready for the sauce. I'm going to go ahead and get this on the stove. Alright, and then, so we need 1 cup of onions. Okay, I'm trying to find the, there we go. I get a bag to put that in. Alright, every little bit I'm gonna go stir the tomatoes just so they don't scorch. And then we need a cup of celery. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go run and get a bell pepper. cranberry stock will be perfect. Okay, now we need 5 cloves of garlic. Okay, now I'm going to get the onions, peppers, garlic, and celery and onto the stove. And I'm going to start sauteing it while I'm waiting on the tomatoes to cook down. This is where we're at with our tomatoes. They're not quite to a boil. They have to boil for 20 minutes. I went ahead and sauteed the vegetables. This is just leftover broth from the meat that we did, so we'll just use that for dinner. Now, when this is all done, then we're going to bring it over here to this KitchenAid attachment, and we're going to strain out the seeds and skins. So I'll bring you back when we're at that point. Okay, now the fun begins. I've got the, excuse the dirty dishes, they're from today. I've got the pot of tomatoes here in the sink. And then we're going to run it through here to get all the skins and seeds out. I think I already said that. I'm exhausted, guys, so bear with me. I'm going to get all that strained out, and then we're going to get everything back in the pot. So right here, I had some technical difficulties, and we have no audio. What I'm going to be doing, which I think I had just explained, but we're going to run this tomato mixture through this KitchenAid attachment, and it's going to remove all of the seeds and skins and just leave us with the tomatoes. This attachment is pretty awesome. I'll say it does a really good job at removing the skins and seeds. The only thing is that it makes a big mess. It splatters everywhere, but it gets the job done. So now what we're doing is we've got all the tomato mixture back in the pot. So we are going to add all of our spices and get everything combined and get it cooked down to a nice consistency that we want for our sauce. The recipe that I am using for this is from the Amish canning cookbook. However, a very, very similar recipe is also on the NCHFP website. I will link both the book and the NCHFP website below. It is the spaghetti sauce without meat that we made. I did not have parsley for this recipe. I have literally everything else but parsley. And so I was trying to find something or a good substitute. I think I ended up adding a lot of basil and oregano. So I'll probably doctor this up a little bit after, when I open it to use it. I did, however, end up putting some Italian um, spice in there. And it wasn't until after I put that spice in there, I realized that spice probably has sage in it. And if you're familiar to canning at all, you should not use sage when canning because it can cause bitterness. I'm really hoping that when I go to open a jar of this, it's not super bitter, but we'll see how it ends up. Now it's time to jar this beauty up. Alright, so now that these are all jarred up, we're going to start getting them loaded into the canner. These were pressure canned at 15 pounds for my elevation for 25 minutes. And that was a wrap for this day of canning. We ended up with 11 quarts total of spaghetti sauce. I think at this point I still had some in the canner. We have 14 jars of strawberry jam. And then we have 2 quarts and 1 pint of cubed beef. So I want to thank you all for hanging out with me today in the kitchen. I am going to be going on vacation. I'm leaving in a couple days, so I won't have a video next week. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to get another one uploaded for while we're going to be gone, but we'll definitely be getting back to work as soon as we get back. We have more work in the garden to do, and I do still have a few tomatoes left I need to get canned up that I want to make into some enchilada sauce. So I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, make sure you like the video and subscribe for more content. And we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.